Okay, students, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of what you need to do for your annotations, your commentary, and then finally what you need to do to really have a good one-page reflection that includes citing evidence and talking about the main ideas that are presented in the article and showing that you have the writing skills to do that. So first of all, I'm using geography, but you could also go through using your English. But I'm going to go through so that I can show my geography people what they'll need to be doing. Go ahead and click on one of my geography courses here. Hit the course map. And I'm going to go ahead and proceed until I get, let me go ahead into agriculture. Sorry about that. Just trying to find one so that I can actually talk to you guys about it. There's a writing assignment. And for geography students, you need to click on geography instructions. English students, obviously, click on English instructions. They're slightly different with slightly different selections. As time goes by, I'll probably make them even more different than they are right now. If you want to see how it's graded, there's the rubric. So I'm going to click on geography right now. And it gives you the instructions in depth here of how to go ahead and set it up. And I'm going to just show you through this video. There's the old January articles. So since we're in February, we're going to use the February article. So I'm going to just go ahead and click on this first one, the filth they breathe in China. And you have a little bit of a mini directions up here on the top of the blue box, so you can always refer to that. The first thing you need to do, though, is on your page like this, you cannot type in it. So you will have to go to the File menu. You will have to scroll down and make a copy. Click that. And you can go ahead and put your name in the front here. I put my name in. It should go in the writing folder, but if it doesn't say writing folder right here, that's okay. I'll show you what to do with it in just a second. But hit OK. Now you have just created your own copy of this whole entire article, and now you can type in it. Now once you start typing, or put the cursor down on it, you'll see this file folder opens and you can move it. So I'm going to move this item right now, move this item, and I'm going to put it in my drive. I'm going to click on the right arrow here, and I'm going to actually put it, probably should put it in a geography portfolio, so I'm just going to put it in geography for right now, and I'm going to put it in, I'll put it in reading, and I'm going to move it. All right, so now it is moved in there, so everything I save, everything I do on this will now appear in my portfolio. Now, for commentary purposes, I would like for you to highlight some of the important information, some of the main information, the main ideas that you see, and then comment on them. So say you want to comment on this. Winter has returned to North China, and so has the country's trademark deadly smog. So I'm just going to highlight deadly smog. And you can come over here and comment on it after you've highlighted on it. That's horrible. I did not realize the smog was so intense. And maybe that's what I want to write about it. Okay, so comment. Now, this article is filled with unbelievable statistics, unbelievable comments, so you may want to write quite a bit. It's like nearly all aspects of China's environment are affected, and the true economic and health effects are only now becoming apparent. And I'm probably going to highlight that. Come over and click. Or I can go up here and click. This is also an add comment little tool. So there's your tool up there, but then you also can just move your cursor to the right and it will highlight. And I'm just going to say, yes, I can see how the health of its citizens will be affected. Always hit the comment blue bar or it's not going to post. And then if you go out of this or if you lose power, you're going to lose your comment. So always hit the comment bar to keep it there. I will be reading your comments, seeing what your thinking is. So you can do as little as one comment every about 2 paragraphs. If you want to do more, I welcome that. I kind of recommend that you do as much as possible so that you get enough to write about in your written response down here. Now it's going to give you some response topics. You can choose 1 or 2 or 3 of these if you want to. But what I really want to see, is citing evidence from the text and making connections with the world, definitely. Making world connections if you are in geography. You can also make connections to yourself and to other bits of text or other articles that you've read, so that's fine as well. But the one thing I do want to see is I read this as if I have never read the article. I want your piece to stand alone. So you're going to explain to me what you have discovered in this article and what your thoughts and judgments are about it. So in the article entitled "The Filth They Breathe in China," and let me go see if there's an author up here, because I always like to refer back to the author too. And sure enough, Michael Oslin is the author from the Week magazine by Michael Oslin. And you can go ahead and put the week if you want to. And if it's a total magazine, that should be put into italics. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Put it in italics. Alright, by Michael, in the article entitled "The Filth They Breathe in China" by Michael Oslin, the week, and then put a comma after that, so we'll put a comma there. And then let's go ahead over, I don't want it italicized anymore. The author discusses the extreme problems with pollution. So make some sort of general statement as your opening statement, just so I know that you know what you're talking about. Several statistics and examples show how devastating this problem is to the people of China. And some of you are not capitalizing China, please capitalize China. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and discuss in my next, I will say first, in the beginning of the article, it stated, and then you might want to go ahead and just put in a quote or put in some of the statistics. You can either paraphrase it or you can use and integrate quotes into your own sentences. Hopefully this has cleared up a little bit about what you need to do. One last thing, please go ahead and highlight everything. Go up here to line spacing and make it double. So that's easier for me to read and grade. And you've already made sure that it's been moved into your portfolio, so you should be good to go. One last thing, in order to move it into and upload it into your Edgenuity, you will need to go ahead and download it as a PDF. So I will just click on PDF. So now you have it downloaded as a PDF. You don't even need to open it up. I'm just going to close this up right now. And then you go back to where your assignment is, and you click on Add Files, and then you click on Downloads. And make sure it is set up by the date modified. So there's today's date. There's where I just made that file. You click on it, and you add it into Edgenuity, and then you hit Submit. And then you completed this assignment. I have the links in both Edgenuity and in your portfolio. Please ask me if you have any questions concerning this. You can text me 678-632-5392, or you can email me in the SIS program. I'll be glad to help you out. Hopefully this clarified some things for many of you who are still struggling with this, with the directions.